Islam is a religion of over 1.75 billion followers. Today, we're looking at what people think wrongly of Islam. At number 10, Muhammad is the founder and is worshipped in Islam. In Islam, Muhammad was the final messenger of God. The Holy Quran was revealed through him to mankind as a source of guidance and help. Quran chapter 3, verse 144 clearly states that Muhammad is a plain messenger. For Muslims, Muhammad is not a god or God's son. He's viewed as the greatest prophet of God. Number 9. Allah is the moon god. Allah is the name of God in Arabic. Even Arab Christians use it too. And Allah means God in Arabic. Merging both, you coin out the word Allah, meaning the God in English. Quran say in Surah 41 verse 37, "Do not prostrate to the sun or to the moon, but to Allah who created them." How do you know it? Muslims are not commanded to worship the moon. Number 8. Islam oppresses women. Pre-Islamic period in prehistoric Arabia, known as the Jahiliyyah period, it was a common tradition that when a daughter was born she was buried alive, as they had very little impact in wars and in business trades. Prior to the advent of Islam, this evil act was abolished. Quran on Equity, chapter 42 verse 11 states, "The Creator of the heavens and the earth has made you pairs from among yourselves." You may ask of polygamy. The United States, for example, has a male-to-female ratio of 0.97, and is projected to reduce in coming years, which means there would be millions of females more than males. The question is, if the United States practices monogamy, who would the remaining millions of females marry? Islam has an answer to that, which is polygamy. It's not a form of oppression, it's just an answer to an unsolved mystery. You wouldn't believe that the British, on conquering Egypt in the 19th century, were shocked to see Muslim women doctors working in hospitals, a practice for centuries, as there were no female doctors in the United Kingdom. You know that politically, Sudan, which is an Islamic state, has one of the highest proportions of females in parliament in the world. Number 7. Jihad means holy war. Jihad does not mean holy war, it means to struggle and to strive. Forms of jihad for a Muslim are struggle against laziness, arrogance, stinginess, against the devil, one's ego, or against a tyrant ruler. Prophet Muhammad said, "The most excellent jihad is when one speaks a true word in the presence of a tyrant ruler." Number 6. All Muslims are Arabs. This is a very popular misconception among non-Muslims. The Arabian Peninsula was the origin of Islam, so it's very easy for people with little knowledge of Islam to fully associate Islam with Arabs. You know that of the over 1.75 billion Muslims, only 20% are Arabs. You also know that the Muslim population of the Republic of China has almost double the Muslim population of the starting nation of Islam. Number 5. The crescent moon is Islam's symbol. Islamic period, Islam had no sign or symbols, they used plain colors as the symbol. It wasn't until the Ottoman Empire that the Muslim world became affiliated with the crescent moon and the five-pointed star. It wasn't until the Ottoman Empire conquered Constantinople that they adopted the crescent moon and star. The then leader of the Ottoman Empire chose to keep it as the symbol of his dynasty. Allah never attributed the crescent moon to be Islam's symbol, nor did Muhammad, the last prophet of Islam. It was the Ottoman Empire's symbol, but it can be easily linked with Islam because the Ottoman Empire ruled over the Muslim world for hundreds of years. Number 4. Jesus is irrelevant in Islam. Jesus is regarded as one of the greatest prophet and messenger of God in Islam, but not as Christians regard him as the Son of God. His name appears several times in the Quran, and he is said to have performed many great miracles. Islam believes he wasn't crucified, instead was saved by God and he was risen up to the heavens. Islam believes that shortly before the world ends, he would return to the earth, but not as a prophet or messenger of God, then later on die, after living a few years on earth. We know that the name Jesus is mentioned more than the name Muhammad in the Holy Quran. Tell me if you knew that, in the comments section below. Muslims are not in good terms with other religions. Quran chapter 6 verse 108 clearly states, Muslims should not insult people with other faith even if they abuse Allah. Quran chapter 2 verse 62 makes it clear that good Jews and Christians would receive reward from the God in Islam. Quran chapter 5 verse 82 profounds a relationship between Muslims and Christians, advising both parties to love each other. Muhammad wrote the Quran. Many non-Muslims think Muhammad actually wrote the Quran, but history had it that he was a clear illiterate and could neither read or write. Quran chapter 29 verse 8 also states that he could neither read nor write. So do you think an illiterate can write an over 600-page book with an excellent grammar? Of course not. Number 1. Muslims are terrorists. This is the biggest misconception among non-Muslims. Non-Muslims hastily jump into conclusion that Muslims are terrorists. Although some Muslims undergo terrorism, followers of other faiths do so too, but the media criticizes Islam for any terrorist attack by a Muslim. Recently caught members of Boko Haram terrorist group known to the media as an Islamic group confessed they terrorized for personal gains, and not because of Islam. Chapter 5 verse 32 states that, whoever kills an innocent person it's as if he had killed the whole humanity, and whoever saves a person it's as if he had saved the whole humanity. With the above verse, do you think a true Muslim would want to kill anyone, let alone committing massacres and mass killings? Muslims try to justify their act by affiliating it with jihad. But maybe they've forgotten what jihad means. Also advised Muslims not to be extremists. Whenever you hear of a Muslim terrorist attack, just have it in mind that he did it for personal gain, and not for Islam. Hope you gained something here today. Tell me if you did, and if you know of any other misconception let me know in the comments section below.